Hello and welcome to Kump.
Hello.
Well, Lucie.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. Happy Memorial Day weekend to all the troops who have perished. Is that the way to put it? That's a respectful way or who've fallen in the field. You have to die, you have to go in the field of battle, right? You don't get to come home like the guy from Saving Private Ryan and be like, "Was I a good man?" And then and then you have a heart attack, and then on the toilet, and your wife finds you, and then we'll put them in the Memorial Day records, right?
I don't think that counts.
You have to go in battle.
I think you're still a veteran if you die on the toilet.
You're a veteran, but I don't think Memorial Day counts for you. Memorial Day is for the past.
Right, you're still counted on Veterans Day.
On Veterans Day, yeah, with all the other living veterans and all the other and even if if you're discharged dishonorably for selling stuff out of the coffers of the army, for instance, are you honored on Veterans Day? Are you still a veteran?
I think you're still a veteran.
I don't know. I'll call you a veteran because I don't care who you steal from. As long as it ain't me. Hey, steal from the army, just don't steal from me. That's my motto. That's when I run for president. That's going to be the motto, the slogan. No, but you don't get to be a Memorial Day recipient of my good graces unless you meet Lucifer in the field of battle. You meet your maker?
What if
or God?
What if you kind of stayed alive on the field of battle? But
it does seem like we're disincentivizing people to do that. Because hey, what about the people? Yeah, what about the people who hid? They don't get nothing. What if I hid during the battle and I shot my gun at the end just because in case my sergeant checked my magazine of my gun, empty, no bullets, but I shot into the air. Maybe it landed on someone. I don't know. Could have.
What if, as you were running away like a coward, you got hit with friendly fire, and then you count on Memorial Day.
Oh, you died?
It doesn't matter that you were running in the opposite direction.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. I don't think the military. I think the military is very political, so I don't think they go out of their way to cowardize the dead. You know what I mean? To say, hey, we lost 1,000 guys in this big battle at Bunker Hill or whatever, but a lot of them were cowards. They don't tend to do that. It doesn't really help the narrative. So it's very unlikely, unless your sergeant really thought you were a piece of garbage.
Right.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'll find out if you were running. I'm gonna look at your footprints around you. I'm gonna see if you're trying to get over. That's why it's a good point. You're better off not trying to. Where are you running to? You're better off just laying still, I think.
Yeah, there's probably no real safe place.
If you find a farmhouse, go into it. In that movie. Didn't they get shot in a farmhouse? Whatever. All quiet on the Western Front. Mm-hmm. Didn't seem very quiet. It seemed very loud. What was that? I don't understand the title.
What do you mean you don't understand the title?
It wasn't quiet.
Well, it's a double meaning.
No, one of them's wrong.
No, it's there's kind of a double meaning there.
But it's not double. It's only double if they're both right.
I think it's double because it takes place sort of towards the end of World War I.
Uh-huh.
So it comes it ends when
right, because they're negotiating the armistice, right?
Right.
So it wasn't quiet.
But then also it's quiet because there's a lot of people who died. They're
but usually
are quiet.
Usually when a lot of people die, there's a lot of noise even afterwards because the people when you die. Here's the thing about war. I mean, I haven't been to war, but I'm gonna clue you in on something. Not everyone dies at the same time. I know it seems odd, but I mean, it's not just a battle starts, everyone dies. It takes a while. So people might be injured, and when you're dead, some other guy is screaming because he's getting his leg cut off by a sawbones.
Yeah, but when they call off the war and then everybody...
That's what they call a doctor because they saw the bones.
Well, I guess when they call off the war and everybody goes home, they take the bodies with them, right?
I don't know. I don't think, maybe. If they can. I don't know. Like, at the Somme, for instance, which was a big battle in World War One with the British and the French, probably, I guess. Or the Germans, I forget. But it was famous for, like, they just kept sending wave of guys out of the trenches into just the meat grinder of a machine gun nest on the other side of on the other trench, right? And so there's like hundreds of thousands of people died. I don't know if they picked all of them up. That seems like a lot. I would just leave them. I would just put dirt on top of them. I'm not the least lazy person. So if I was a general, I would maybe call up the other, like, pretend you're the French general.
Okay.
Ring. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, it's Ray. The general from England.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up? Look, I know we're supposed to be fighting each other, but I think we both admit there's a lot of dead guys here.
Oh, there's a lot of death.
And these machine guns, wow, right? Whoa, what are we doing? So,
so many people they kill.
Yeah, they kill so many people. That's not our fault.
It was good.
Well, it was good. I mean, it's sad, right? I mean, either way, I don't know if I really won't feel like picking them all up. Have my guy, I think it's bad for morale for, like, my guys just be picking them all up all the time. So how about we just, like, agree to, like, make a field here where we cover them in dirt? This might be true. Is this what a potter's field is? It's not. That's when they just bury unknown people.
Well, isn't, like, the poppies, aren't the poppies kind of symbols?
They just planted poppies over the dead people? Is that what happened?
The poppies are a World War I thing, right?
Or II, I don't know.
But I think the poppy field is supposed to be some sort of maybe place where they buried people. I'm not sure.
I don't know how to do the opium.
Maybe it was.
Because poppies were opium. The Wizard of Oz, opium.
I once saw in a documentary that I think it was the Somme, where like they.
You seem very happy about it. I think it was the Somme.
Well, it's morbid, but it's interesting. Like the so many bombs went off.
Bombs. I don't remember that. I mean, I knew they in World War One. They dropped. There was
so much artillery. Well, into the ground.
They threw bombs over out of airplanes, but it wasn't the same as World War II.
It may have been artillery. Like there was so much artillery, that went into the ground that there was actually like natural. That now it's like it's all hilly. Like it's like there are these natural like divots in the ground all over the place.
Is it like the Hollywood Hills? Is it like very, very chic? Oh, I live at the Somme. I live at the Vanguard at the Somme. It's like it's a singles resort development. It's like a place where I have a pool. I have an infinity pool. And I bring women back there and I cook them sausages because it's England or France. French like sausages, right? If I was gonna be an English playboy,
do the French like sausages?
You have some kind of French in you, aren't they? Isn't there a sausage thing? I think. Look, they live in farms. A lot of French people don't live in Paris.
Look, I'm sure they'd eat a sausage if you put it in front of them.
I don't think they're. Well, yeah. I think they eat sausage.
They're pigs. They're pigs. Those French.
I think they have wine and sausage, and I think it's a thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true. Everyone has sausage. Literally everyone in the world makes sausage. You take sheep's intestines, you shove stuff into it, meat, other things, spices. Memorial Day. It's like Memorial Day. So here's the thing that we're supposed to, I brought this up for a reason. Not to talk about who eats sausage or not. It's Memorial Day. I want to make a memorial for the troops who, died in battle or running away. Because again, we're counting them all. Even if you were hiding in a farmhouse. Yeah,
I think you should, by the way. What? I was just posing the question, but I do think you should count the people who were killed as they were running away from the battle.
I don't think you should. Well, I mean, look, it's scary. But I don't think we should treat them the same. I'm not saying it makes you the worst thing in the world, but if we're going to go out of our way, the reason we have Memorial Day, right, practically speaking, is so that, because, all right, look, I this war is fine. But next time, people are going to be like, wow, last time a lot of us died. Right? And they're not going to want to go again. You fool me once kind of thing, right? Shame on who? But what if we treat them like heroes? Right? That's the idea. Mm-hmm. That's what Memorial Day is the thing. I'm not saying that, like, it's that cynical in my heart, but that's just, look, come on, let's get real. So my point is, I know we all love America, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't think it's good to treat, for that purpose, to treat the guys running away, even though I'm not judging them too hard. Like, I get it. It's scary, flight or fight. You don't pick, Mm-hmm. It's like, we have a lot of, like, victims.
Instinct kicks in.
Yeah, sure. That being said, it just doesn't work well for society if we're just like, look, run away or don't, we're going to give you a medal anyway. Right?
Yeah.
And here's your Medal of Honor for being a coward. I'm not calling them a coward, but I mean, objectively, they kind of comparatively are. Compared to the guys who didn't run, they're cowards. It's true. What? If you run away from the battle, I mean, I get it on a human level, I can get it. But you are compared, at the very least, relatively a coward.
I'm definitely not saying we should give a Medal of Honor to people who are cowards. But Memorial Day, I think, can be equally for them.
Well, look, I mean, it does seem like if it wasn't for this war, you wouldn't be dead.
When you're frying your hot dogs, you can think about the people who are cowards too.
I mean, look, here's the thing: if you got drafted, it makes it more understandable. Like, and go, look, I mean, you didn't ask for this. If we didn't have this war, you'd still be alive, even though you're a coward. But that being said, but if you signed up on your own and then ran away, no, certainly there's no excuse for that. That's being a tease. I'm gonna fight for the country, and then you don't.
Well, what if it's like a come and see situation, and like
come and what?
You know that movie Come and See?
No, okay, come. Oh, that come. Okay.
the regular come.
Okay, well, I thought you meant like coming in the sea.
The come that's normal.
All right. I thought you were envisioning some guy who went to the ocean to get one out before the battle, and they got shot by mistake. His hand was in his pants. It's very shameful. I'd be so ashamed if that happened to my son. If my son got found like at Normandy with his hand in his pants. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? The shame you feel as a father. We found your son died at Normandy. Oh, well, it's at least, I mean, for, the greater good. Well, not really, sir. I mean, we found him jerking. He jerked himself to death in the ocean. I'm
just imagining you commiserating with another father, and he's like, yeah, my son was a draft dodger, and you're like, yeah, I know how you feel. My son was a classic come and see. Yeah. Died, just went over there to jerk off and watch the action.
So anyway.
He died with his hand in his pants.
So many young men that day, he died with his hand in his pants. One hand over his heart, the other in his pants. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that Memorial Day should be for the ones who did. Again, I'm not judging that. I'm not saying it makes you a bad guy. You gotta get stressed out. I don't think I've ever been under that much stress. I mean, it'd be crazy if I found out somehow. You put yourself in someone's like POV somehow, and you realize that like that. One time I like worked in like at the movie theater concession stand for like a summer, and it was like a Friday night. Well, it was very busy, and you found out that was the same amount of stress as battle. I don't think it is, but imagine that. Just imagine if that were the case. It probably isn't, but it's possible, I guess.
There might be similarities.
I used to work at McDonald's, and they got very busy sometimes. And we also, but McDonald's was similar because we really were like kind of well trained. They were a well-oiled machine, kind of like a military. Mm. It's kind of like being in the military. Maybe I'm overstepping. Maybe Memorial Day is not the day to make that comparison. But regardless.
No, I think you make a good point about how you have to have been drafted to
run away.
To run away.
Yeah, I still don't love it. I'm still not thrilled about it.
But what if it was one of those situations where maybe a 15-year-old guy wanted to be brave and he pretended to be 18.
Wait, what's going on?
Well, people used to do that.
For what purpose? To like entrap somebody?
No, not to entrap somebody.
To entrap some general, and in general, like I thought he was 18.
In World War II.
I didn't do it on purpose. I mean, yeah, I didn't, he looked old. I don't know.
There were guys in the World War II era who would pretend to be older. They went as kids. They pretended to be older than they were.
Oh, for the war?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
If you're a child soldier.
You mean to get into the army?
Can you run away?
No. Well, I mean, it kind of, like, I don't love the, look, I mean, like, everyone loves Anthony Edwards now. This is a basketball thing. But this guy, Anthony Edwards, a young guy, like 22, he's not that young. He's only 18. He's 22. Everyone loves his spirit, right? He's like, I didn't know shut up about this guy. He's good. He's a good player. He's a great player. But it's just like, but he's a little cocky, in my opinion. And go, oh, well, he's young. Yeah, he's young, but you don't have to be cocky when you're young. And the same thing applies here. I might catch a lot of heat for that take. That Anthony Edwards is too cocky, but whatever. And if you don't know, you don't know. It's fine. But the point is, if you think you're such a badass that you're gonna, you guys go in 18, but I'm 15, but I'm such a man, I'm gonna go to war now. All right, and then you run. It's pretty lame, dude. That's pretty lame. You really bit off a lot more than you could chew. Oh, how bad could war be? Oh, I'm 18. I have no respect for that. And then you find, I don't know what you thought war was. I've never been under the illusion. I get it back then. The propaganda was more like just, you didn't have like, anti-war films. You didn't have these like, you didn't watch Platoon, right? And Full Metal Jacket. It wasn't around back then. Right. You didn't have all the anti-war. You'd have Johnny got his gun, whatever. Commentary. Yeah. That being said, I don't know what you thought this was. You saw guys with peg legs, right? There was the guy who worked at your corner shop had a peg leg. You thought he was just a little coward? You didn't see all the guys coming home with parts of their face are plastic now? Yeah. What about that guy? The guy who had the Phantom of the Opera face. Yeah. He was just a klutz. So I don't know. He probably tripped and fell on a stack of bullets. So no, I really don't give any credence to like, oh, I was 15. Like, well, you shouldn't have lied. You're a liar. You're a liar and a coward. I love how unimpressed you are by it. I've seen so many like. I'm really impressed if you don't run away. Yeah. Then it's like, holy shit. I mean, I was, wow. Oh, okay, fair enough. But it multiplies how much, of a coward you. It works both ways. Mm-hmm. It enhances it if you fight. And if you run away, you're a liar and a coward. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. I do think, okay, what do you think about this? Maybe we should have I feel like we should have a special, like a special day like Memorial Day. Sure. But the one that we make. We control. We make the rules. And we make all the money off of it. Exactly. But it's a special day just for, just to remember the officers, child soldiers. Oh, okay. If your relative was a child soldier, you get to wear a golden tuxedo. I think ideally we don't have child soldiers, right? We don't want to encourage that. I'm gonna nix that. Mm. This is not some countries have child soldiers, and it's usually not looked upon well. It's usually not a bragging thing. And look at all the children we send to war. Well, it can be a solemn thing. No, I think it's sometimes in history it's best just to pretend things didn't happen. Hmm. Now I would like to have a separate Memorial Day for the officers. Okay. Just because I feel like they get overlooked, just because they went to college and they don't do like the actual fighting, but they also plan the war, and like do they get some guys killed? Maybe, but otherwise what they the army would just be like a bunch of guys fighting on their own without some daddy. Yeah. You need daddies. You need the daddies. So, I mean, making an officer's day is not better, but it's just it's a little better, but whatever. It's the army. That's how the army works. Mm-hmm. But the officers' club is better than the regular club, right? Probably. Yeah. Maybe it's not as raunchy. I bet the regular enlisted guys' club gets raunchier. If any veterans are out there, you let us know if it gets raunchier in the enlisted club. But whatever. So, you have an officers' Memorial Day. And then we'll also have, and later on we'll have a regular Memorial Day too. I feel like we give the officers this one, and eventually we'll come up with a different one, or whatever. But that's not why we're here. We're not here to reinvent Memorial Day. I wanted to make a memorial And I'm thinking like a big glass coffin.
Is there something in the coffin?
Bodies.
Oh wow, just actual human bodies.
Yeah, I feel like we take Arlington, right? Mm-hmm. We just take all those people out of Arlington. And you throw John Kennedy in there. Imagine the World Trade Center, for instance. Like I was over there the other day, just walking around Manhattan. It was nice. I saw one World Trade Center. Imagine if all the people who died in 9/11, like it was a glass like vestibule or foyer. That's
crazy.
And it was full of skeletons.
That's nuts.
Well, I don't think we do enough with skeletons in this country. I feel like Mexico might do more with them. Maybe they're not real skeletons. I don't know, but I mean the whole Day of the Dead thing.
That would be pretty cool.
And then I would love to have heroes be put on like their skeletons hanging from like with a ventriloquist dummy kind of apparatus, or just and they dance to music. But they do the national anthem, right? Imagine if George Washington's skeleton was like hanging over the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Not like over the entrance, and just kind of going, "Welcome to the World Trade Center." It'd be some guy's voice,
I think all the skeletons of the presidents would be cool.
Yeah,
I feel like random people who died in 9/11, random people who died in war. It seems
a lot of those people. To be fair, to make your point, a lot of those people were running away. So I mean, It
seems like it would be a little undignified to stuff all of their remains in one coffin.
Yeah, I want the people who ran into the building. Anyway, so whatever. I mean, or maybe a spider, a giant memorial spider. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think our memorials, they're always weird shapes. The Washington Monument is just a big spire. Mm-hmm. Why not a spider?
Yeah.
It makes it as much to do with George Washington as what we made does. I mean, at least the Lincoln one looks like him. Jefferson's just a dome, right? Why doesn't Adams have one?
What if it's like
why doesn't Adams have a monument?
I don't know.
Isn't he like more important than Jefferson? I mean, Jefferson wrote the Declaration, but he also I don't know. And he bought Louisiana. I guess you gotta buy Louisiana to mean something in this country.
Maybe it's like a giant spider and all of like its eyes.
Yeah.
Its eyes are all reflecting like a fallen soldier.
Right. The ones who didn't run away.
And it will just kind of like, there will be a loop.
Okay, so if you look at the eye of the spider,
yeah,
you'll see a bunch of like things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. I love this. Put it in the middle of Central Park. Right?
Yeah. And then also maybe its body is a bomb.
A bomb? Like an actual bomb?
And its legs
who are using
its legs are guns.
Wait. So not a bomb we're gonna use.
No.
Oh, okay. I think you're gonna okay. Oh, so it's shaped like a bomb. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we're doing this. I feel like you're being disrespectful. Like, why can't we just have a spider? Oh, it's gun and a spider web is an anti-aircraft enclave. Oh, and the Scud missile is its teeth. Where's it stop, Lucy?
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, to all the heroes out there, we see you. Could that be the new thing? Memorial Day. We see you. Mm. Oh, we see you. Oh, I see you. You died sneaking into trying to steal chickens from a farmhouse? Mm. I see you. Happy Memorial Day. Do you say Happy Memorial Day to everyone? Like when you would have Memorial Day, did you ever have Memorial Day like picnics or barbecues to your family?
Not really. It wasn't
really.
I don't remember.
I did. They were great. We had Pudgy's chickens. And
Pudgy's chicken. What's the Pudgy's chicken?
Oh, you have Pudgy's chicken? It was my Uncle Mike used to start his barbecues, and he was great. And he had a nice house with like the barbecue was like brick, one of those things. Mm-hmm. But not nice. I mean, it was a fine house, but the barbecue was nice. I remember it was a big brick, one of those big brick ones. Mm-hmm. And he'd put a good spread out with hot dogs and hamburgers, but he'd also get Pudgy's chicken delivered or pick it up or whatever. And it would be great and he'd always brag about how there was no skin. Because Long Island is a weird place where like it's the least healthy place I could think of, but like they like the pudgy their fried chicken place. We take the skin off first before we fry the chicken. Like
why?
You're frying the chicken. I guess the skin's got a lot of trans fats, perhaps, or just fats, saturated. I don't know. When you're frying it in this oil, what's the oil that the people say not to fry it in? Trans fat oil.
Yeah.
People make a big deal about the oil for fried chicken, how it's bad.
Polysaturated fats.
Yeah, maybe the word how the ones they used to use. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'd be like, hey, we took the skin off first, and then we fry it. It was good though. It was tasty. I don't know if it was better than the other ones, but it was tasty. And you have heroes sometimes. I don't know. My point, it was a fun. And we play bocce ball.
Yeah, bocce ball is a good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Memorial Day activity.
So yeah, it was like. But I don't remember ever saying Happy Memorial Day. Maybe we did.
Was it a friendly game of bocce ball, or did it get competitive?
I mean, I screamed probably a lot. But I was a little kid. I'd be like, ah! And my dad would, well, shut up, shut your mouth. And I just get a little like, ugh. And these are the things that kind of inspired me to like threaten to burn his house down later on in life.
Yeah.
Whatever. Happy Memorial Day, Dad. What else is going on besides? We didn't remember to like and subscribe. Remember?
Yeah, please like and
I
subscribe.
don't even memorialize this podcast by liking and subscribing. You like it, you subscribe it. We're 26 minutes in, but why don't you hit the notification bell while you're at it to remember the fallen troops? Is it wrong? Am I crossing the line now? Hey! Remember the guy who died defending that eagle's nest? Not eagle's nest. What do they call it? Crow's nests? What the machine gun nest?
Oh, is that what it's called?
I don't know. Was that not eagle's nest? The guy's defending.
This is a different thing.
That's a different thing. Different war. Whatever. Notification bell. Patreon. For the troops. No, don't do it for the troops. Do it because you like the podcast. I don't want to be seen monetizing soldiers.
Do other things for the troops.
Yeah, plant a poppy field, and not for heroin. Don't do it for the heroin. Oh wow. Do you think soldiers hate us? Me and you.
Like us personally?
Yeah, me and you personally, or me. Do you think they hate me?
Well, I mean, volunteer firefighters hate you, right?
Well, I had run-in with them once, but I mean, I don't think they all do. I don't think they all know about me.
Have you ever spent any significant amount of time around veterans?
Like a group of veterans?
Yeah.
No, not really. Have you? Will you hang out at the VFW? I have. I probably worked parties at VFW halls and stuff. Mm. I mean, it wasn't a ton of veterans. I mean, what do I know? Where you go hang around Home Depot? Is that like where you see the most veterans, like pound for pound?
I don't know. I don't know where you find all.
I feel like a lot of them. It's a good thing. I feel like a lot of them know how to build stuff, and and when they come home, they're the kind of guys who do their own work.
Sure.
Some veterans are gonna come home and like go to TaskRabbit.
Right.
Like, hey, can you fix my toilet? They'll fix it themselves. They're a veteran. Mm. So pound for pound, Home Depot. Of all the places you could go, I think you'll find more veterans at Home Depot than Dave & Buster's.
That's probably true.
Or Sephora, the makeup store. Right?
Yeah. I'm just curious. I don't know what their recreational activities are.
I mean, they're people. My recreation is invading countries. No, it's whatever people do.
Yeah, but
they go see movies. They go see Planet of the Apes movies, perhaps. Right?
I can see veterans liking Planet of the Apes.
Why wouldn't they? I like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would. I like the original movies. Charlton Heston and Roddy McDowell. And then for years I didn't watch any of these Planet of the Apes movies. These what's it for? Rise of the Planet of the Apes and War or Attack, right? Or I don't know. Point is, we watched a couple weeks.
Dawn.
Sure.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Rise of the Planet of the Apes seems like it's basically the same thing.
Well,
but
you think Rise and Dawn are the same? Yeah, I mean, Sunrise and Dawn are kind of the same. Sure. It should be like Rise. continuation of the Planet of the Apes.
At the very least, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes should have come before Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Look, I think you look. Hollywood would do better if they hired you to consult on titles. I don't think it's their biggest problem, but yeah, it wouldn't hurt because you do have a good logic for that. Mm-hmm. You have a very sharp mind for when the name is wrong. That being said, I like the James Franco one. We watched him. I didn't see the new one yet. What is this? The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that I haven't seen that one. But in anticipation, I've been watching these films. And there's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I mean, James Franco is a biochemist or something.
Oh, my God.
Very bad as far as his acting and just this whole... I mean,
I don't think I ever noticed it before.
I usually like him. He's good in Pineapple Express. But when you try to make him into, the guy who... shoves chemicals into a monkey's brain, it doesn't ring true.
You can't make him smart. You can't try to make him smart.
I'd love to go to his acting school.
In a movie.
You know what I mean, though? I would love to go to that acting school and have him teach me a thing or two. Good guy.
Wait, you want to join his sex cult?
Oh, so I was getting at, yeah. I was getting at the sex cult. I want to be in the sex cult.
Wait, did he actually have a sex cult?
I don't think it was a cult per se. Maybe it was. I mean, that's...
I know Jared Leto supposedly has the sex cult.
People say that. A lot of people say on the Twitter that, but we don't. I've never seen it. No one's ever been like, "Hey, you want to come to Jared Leto's house and join his cult?" No one's ever invited me to take part in these interactions of sex and cults. I don't think I would get to go to the Eyes Wide Shut. The building from Eyes Wide Shut. That estate.
Well, be a little ambitious.
Well, I'm working. Maybe if
maybe we can get one of the.
I'll start work. I'll start lifting weights and becoming a lawyer, and maybe I can work my way into it.
That would be nice. I think it would be nice to go to one of those parties, not to have sex.
Well, what would you do? Eat the hoagie?
I would be the one person.
We brought Pudgy's. We brought Pudgy's chicken. Hey, they don't put the skin on. They take the skin off before they fry it. No, that's not the skin. That's just you're thinking of the breading. It's still bread. It's still fried in bread in the batter, but we take the skin off for the skin. It's kind of that clearish, kind of heavy. When you see it, the skin. It doesn't have the skin. Sure, it tastes good, but it's not great for you. Well, neither is the oil. I hear you. I hear you on that. Anyway, we don't really want to have sex. We're just here to bring chicken. Why don't we just go get chicken on our own?
Yeah.
What do you want to go for if not for the chicken? You usually like the part where they are in cloaks?
I like the cloaks part, but also I suspect, even though I'm sure no one eats it, there's probably some pretty good food at an Eyes Wide Shut party. Like there's probably, there's got to be at least one room with really good food in it.
I don't think they have a lot of food.
I'm not saying they have like a buffet.
What do you think they have? You think they have a sit down dinner? Everyone sits down and eats a big turkey meal.
I just think they probably
roast chicken dinner. I mean, it would be if those people were going to make a roast chicken dinner, I'm sure it'd be exquisite. There's nothing better than a good roast chicken. Really isn't.
Yeah, very juicy.
Very juicy. That would actually get a nice roast chicken would actually get me very much in the mood to have sex. A bunch of strangers in a cloak. But I don't know about Pudgy's chicken. Pudgy's chicken would actually make me feel very greasy. I wouldn't feel comfortable like kissing women. With my greasy chicken face.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's why you have the mask. To cover your greasy chicken face. Oh God! Why? What are we talking about? So anyway,
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. I mean, they're fine. I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about. But do you think the veterans like them?
It seems like I feel like they might.
You think the Planet of the Apes movies are reminding them of war? I don't mean anyway. I'll just say this. I don't think it has to be said, but I don't mean because I know Roseanne got in a lot of trouble for making hints at Planet of the Apes. That's not what. These are very relevant films. That's all I'm saying, and they involve wars. I'm not saying anyone's the ape.
Right. No, I don't think that like a veteran's gonna get flashbacks from watching the Planet of the Apes.
Some of them are ferocious. Those like the apes are like pretty aggressive. Mm-hmm. I mean, it does feel like combat. I imagine. I think you might get a flashback. The beginning of the third film with Woody Harrelson, when the guys are all soldiers, and then the apes attack with the bows and arrows.
Oh yeah, the third one is kind of like it's like I guess Bridge on the River Kwai, but like with
sort of a little bit of like, hey, we're gonna make you build a wall.
Yeah.
Bridge on the River Kump. It's not that good. It's fine. It's all very fine. I don't know what you expect in America in the end of America. You thought the best films are gonna come at the end of America? It's not gonna happen. We're here. Take what you can get. That's my other campaign slogan. Hey, take what you can get. Kump.
Do you think it says something bad about me? Because I don't know what your emotional reaction was. But do you think it says something bad about me that like I don't
strap in?
That I didn't really care about the apes. Like I didn't care.
Yeah, that's something to do with empathy, and you don't have it. Yeah, sure.
I just didn't care. I just didn't care if they died. Like when when Woody Harrelson kills the lead ape's family.
Right.
I didn't feel a thing.
Look, I'm not going to call Child Protective Services on you or anything. I mean, you know, a child, but either way, like, I wouldn't use this in court against you. But yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, I wouldn't brag about it. You know, it's weird. I was watching an innocent ape just get shot in the face, and I felt nothing. It's not like, oh, look at you, hard. You're hard.
But I know I've felt bad when animals die in movies before.
You just don't like it when digital animals.
I just don't like it when humanoid animals dying.
Well, this just means you don't care about humans dying. You're like a PETA person.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean,
I don't think in any way like it's positive. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to tell you. No, right. You're great. I love you, my wife. But I mean, don't say this out loud. You know. Keep these thoughts you keep to yourself, and don't tell the world.
I think it's because
on Memorial Day. You know.
Fair enough.
Fair enough for the troops.
For the troops.
Speaking of the troops, Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift are scuffling. Beefing?
Oh, yeah?
Are they beefing?
A little girl on girl violence.
Don't make it sexual. Don't make it hot. Billie Eilish calls 3-hour concerts psychotic amid Taylor Swift feud. Let's get to the bottom of this, because honestly, I tend to agree. I've never been to a 3-hour concert. It all started back in March when Eilish spoke about. Now, if you don't know Billie Eilish, she's that girl who used to sing about sleeping with your dad. That's her big claim to fame. Like, I'm the bad type. Sleep with your dad while he's ripe.
Right.
Whatever that song was.
Yeah, and the music video is like a bunch of like middle-aged dad bods.
What's the plan?
It's like yeah, this is who she fucks.
Was the plan to like get dads to pressure their daughters to listen to this? Because like it's like why who does that appeal to? Everything's very cynical.
Yeah.
Are those guns going off, or is that like fireworks?
It might be fireworks.
Can anyone hear that? We need a bunker to record in. I can't stand the fact that people are shooting around us.
Imagine if New York was just getting bombed right now.
Oh my God. we're like Taylor Swift.
Shots fired.
At my gut. When Eilish spoke about the environmental ramifications of excessive vinyl variants, which artists put out to boost their sales. Some fans thought her remarks were a jab at Swift. So I guess a lot of artists, they make these different vinyl records with like different pictures of their pussy on it. Like, this is my pussy if it was blue, and this vinyl is my pussy if it was red. Waxed.
But they're both of the same album.
Yeah, but they have the same songs. I was singing about some guy when she used to date the guy from Oz. Is one of the guys Taylor Swift dated that she broke up with, the Schillinger from Oz? J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons?
I mean,
that would be insane.
That would actually get me to like Taylor Swift if these guys were actually just like, not all older, but like weirdos. Like one of them was, who's that guy? Who's the Irish guy, everyone who's very crazy? And he's a good actor.
The Cyrus guy?
The Cyrus guy?
Wait, which guy?
Who's Cyrus the Virus from Con Air?
No.
John Malkovich? No. That'd be amazing if she dated John Malkovich. I guess that was the plot of Louie's movie, right? I Love You, Daddy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who's that? Frances Ha?
No, it's a Chloe
Sevigny. Chloe Moretz was dating John. Was it John Malkovich? It was John Malkovich, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was very sexy in that movie.
I mean, it was pretty good.
I'm kidding. He wasn't that sexy.
He was kind of sexy.
He kind of looked very old.
He was definitely old.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if she was dating him from Rounders, that would be great.
But I feel like he got the assignment. Like, you're supposed to be old, but like you got to find some. Like, there's got to be something a little bit sexy about it. No,
I'm not saying Louis made a bad movie. I'm just saying.
Well, maybe it was bad, but like John.
I don't know. I mean,
I just think John Malkovich.
I think he's a great. I'm a big fan, so I thought the movie was interesting. I'm just saying it would have been a real interesting take if it was like Teddy KGB from Rounders, right? Right, the Russian mobster from Rounders, John Malkovich, and he's dating a younger woman. Mm-hmm. He was like sticking around. Whatever. I smash the pot whenever the fuck I please. Anyway, how do we get onto this? Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Making different variants of no, she's against it. Some dance remarks were a jab at Swift, though they could easily be applied to many musicians. I mean, I never thought, does Taylor Swift make a bunch of vinyl records? I guess she does. Yeah, do you don't know?
I have no idea.
You don't listen to Taylor Swift?
I assume, someone as big as her, she probably makes a lot of vinyl of her.
I don't like this idea. I did buy a vinyl copy of the Charlie Brown Christmas album at Target, but I don't like the idea you can buy vinyl at Target now. Mm-hmm. I mean, I only got a record player this year. But I mean, I'm not like one of these audiophile guys who listens to a ton of vinyl or anything. But that being said, it seems to go against the whole point of vinyl. For like these very pop stars that have vinyl records, right? It should be like you find some like old jazz album that you pretend to like and you post it on Instagram. That seems to be the point. Some funk thing that no one actually listens to, but we're like, this is great. Look at it. Look what I found.
Right.
You know? These are industry-wide systemic issues, Eilish wrote at the time, reiterating that she also takes part in the marketing practice.
Oh.
So,
all right, then you're just a...
Hey, I'm a rat, you're a rat.
You're a filthy hypocrite.
Yeah.
I love it when people I love it when people like come out against something and immediately announce their hypocrisy.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't.
I do this too. Then stop. Hey, stop. Either complain about it or stop.
You shouldn't use child labor, even though I use a ton of it. We probably shouldn't be doing this. You know, we shouldn't be putting the kids into the machines to clean it, even though their hands are so small. They're such small hands. It makes it better because they can get in, and then if their fingers get chopped off, who cares? Because it's just some poor kid.
It's disposable.
It's not there's no life to you haven't accomplished anything. So whatever. Right? That's the way.
And look, I'm the kind of person who even if they make it illegal, I'm not stopping.
Right. It's interesting. Rich people don't like a lot of people look at a child dying and they go like, well. I think part of no one has, right, here's the thing about being a normal person. You don't really have to point out why it's sad when a child dies, right? Right?
Yeah.
Help me out here.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. That being said, I think the rationale for deconstructing it has partly to do with, because they hadn't had a chance to live a life, right? Mm-hmm. There was a chance.
So much potential.
Right, the potential, but there was nothing. But rich people look and they go, well, you haven't accomplished anything, so you don't really have a life. Mm. That's what people don't understand about the rich. And this is what I would explain when I'm running for president. And I think I can win one day. People go, you won't run for president. Wait and see how bad things get. Eventually, the world and me are going to meet each other in the middle. You don't know how low the middle is going to get. You haven't seen it yet. I have an instinct. Eventually, I'll be desirable for the role of president. Mm. They go, well, I'd rather be dead. I'm sure you would. Right? Happy Memorial Day. The climate crisis is now, and it's about us, all of us being a part of the problem and trying to do better. Sheesh. I don't think sheesh helps anything, but whatever. This is not really what it's about, though. Things began to heat up once Eilish released 8 eco-friendly vinyl variants. How are they eco-friendly? Is she making them out of trees? That's not eco-friendly, though. Of her album on May 17th, as well as multiple follow-up digital releases. Meanwhile, Swift released a few more digital versions of Tortured Poets, as well as a remix of her single Fortnight by music producer. This sounds like what is all? Go with the part that's interesting. Here are the 8 vinyl variants. Okay, here we go. So she's on a live stream, I guess. Wait, there's a bit more to the discourse than that. Oh, this is the article. These releases are pretty par for the course. For the most part, the evidence is pretty circumstantial, blah, 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 blah. Then Eilish shared her thoughts on psychotic 3-hour concerts on May 23rd. Quote, I'm not doing a 3-hour show. That's literally psychotic, Eilish said during a fan discussion. So basically, nobody wants that. You guys don't want that. I don't want that. I don't even want that as a fan. My favorite artist in the world, I'm not trying to hear them for 3 hours. Look, far be it from me. Color me surprised that the girl who threatened to sleep with my dad, which was like really, cool. What did he show you his model trains? Okay. But but I mean, like that girl is based. Because this sounds based. Am I using that word right? It sounds
3-hour concerts do kind of sound like they suck.
3 hour. You need to stop. People need to stop going to 3-hour concerts. You know how long a concert should be? You know how long it should be?
An hour and a half.
However long it takes to play Born in the USA. You know? Born dead in a dead man's town. That plus 4 minutes. You know?
Right.
You play it encore, you play it again. That's all you need. It's like 10 minutes.
Born in the USA 2 times.
2 times. You know, I mean, any more than that would be annoying.
I think Bruce Springsteen could get away with that. I think he could get away with.
Well, maybe he could.
Playing that song twice and then leaving.
I'm pretty sure people they follow him around, don't they? And they make bootlegs of him, and he does covers of like old blues legends, and they don't pretend to like it. Whatever happens at Bruce, I've never been to one. I'm sorry, I'm not an elite. I've never been to a Bruce Springsteen concert. I don't have $1,000. I'm sorry. Just been on Bruce tickets. Shots fired at Bruce. I'm the fan of the working man. Now give me $600. You piece of shit.
You really
sell your kids. Yeah, look, if he doesn't charge that much, then I don't care. Whatever. Then fine, I'm wrong. And who gives a shit? I suspect it's not cheap to go see Bruce, right? Well, that's what the market demands. No, it's fine. I just don't know why he pretends to be a hammer and the sickle and the profit margins. You know, it's incongruent, as I would say. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
How long does Swift perform during the Eras tour? 3 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah, I mean, no one needs this shit. You got to remember, people go to these things and they think it's an experience. And look, maybe it is for you, but you shouldn't have this experience. It's that no one cares about you with these concerts. You know?
No,
they're not.
You're not forming a connection.
You're not. If you're experiencing, it's just do drugs. You know, you're doing them anyway. Why do you need to just listen to a CD? Oh, I really saw Beyonce. Who cares? Oh, I saw somebody. They're not better. They are better than you, but I mean, like, why are you going out of your way to see people who are better than you?
Right.
You know, why don't you go watch a garbage man? He actually is better. He's actually doing hard work.
You think garbage men should have concerts where they do garbage work?
I think there should be. At very prominent garbage stops. I think there should be like bleachers. You buy tickets and you watch them. You watch the impressive. It's short because they don't spend 3 hours at one stop.
Yeah, you watch them picking up all kinds of trash.
Well,
you watch them hammering rats.
But it takes 2 minutes. You know, they stop. You're at some prominent intersection or wherever garbage gets picked up. You know, in the city of New York, and they're screaming, they're yelling, it's like, move your fucking car, and they throw a rock at the guy, and then, whatever. It's fun, and it's lively, and you're smoking crack with the garbage men. Everyone's having fun. We don't need Beyonce singing for 3 hours. She's beautiful. She's a what's the word?
She's a star.
She's a star, but enigmatic, right? She's effervescent. Mm-hmm. She's an icon. She's a diva. I don't need 3 hours of it though.
Right.
Why can't Lemonade just be like, just give me the best one? Give me 3 songs from Lemonade, and we'll go home. Yeah. Lemonade, need my lemonade. Is that the song he does?
I don't think that's...
Want my lemonade.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Defend the troops, lemonade. I've been to plenty of I've been to Smashing Pumpkins. I've been to Violent Femmes. They didn't take 3 hours. Who needs that shit? Why didn't you play a cover of a Dishwalla song? Remember Dishwalla?
No.
I forget which
What's Dishwalla?
Give me all your thoughts on God, 'cause I'd really like to meet him. I think that was Dishwalla. That was their one hit. One of those like late, grunge is almost over, alternative is almost over songs, like 96 probably. Give me all your thoughts on God. I might be getting it wrong. Dishwalla might be a different one. But if I'm right, that's a pretty good pull. Didn't admit that. So what's going on? So I mean, now the fans are mad at her. 'Cause I saw this beef on Twitter. People are mad at Eilish.
Yeah, because she's taking shots at Beyonce and Taylor Swift, basically.
Yeah, you should keep your mouth shut. Why don't you shut your mouth and fuck my dad?
Unsurprisingly, many fans believe Eilish was dissing Swift and Beyonce, considering her Renaissance tour also boasted a 3-hour runtime. I don't know. The Renaissance tour and the Eras tour seem to be doing pretty well for what apparently nobody wants. One TikTok user commented, "Who gives a shit?"
This story sucks. What else we have? Let's end it with this. This is a nice one.
This is a real Memorial Day story.
The world's most arrested man dies at 74. Kentucky legend Henry Earl was busted more than 1,500 times.
That's a good outlaw name, actually.
Henry Earl? I like that.
Yeah.
I'm Henry the Chase Earl. That'd be a good name, right?
Yeah.
Henry Earl, whose criminal history included more than 1,500... I mean, yeah, now it's going to be like, it's like 1,500 child molestation cases. Then we look like idiots. Whose criminal history included more than 1,500 busts, passed away last week. He was 74.
This has to be 74. This has to be 1,500 separate busts, too. Like, not just, like, different charges on one bust.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
For the last several years of his life, Earl resided at a nursing home in Owentown, Kentucky, where he racked up the majority of his arrests. Oh, he racked them up at a
nursing home? This seems like they just kept arresting a mentally ill old man.
Or maybe just in Lexington. I don't know. As reported in these pages, Earl was regularly collared for public order crimes fueled by alcohol and booked into the Fayette County Detention Center in Lexington.
Did anyone try to get him rehab?
That probably would have been
the move, right?
The move, yeah.
Why didn't he just quit?
In a kinder society?
Yeah, maybe. They would have just been like they would just hugged him. They would have bit them. They got arrested again. When TSG stopped counting, Earl has spent a staggering 6,000 days in the county lockup for offenses like public intoxication, and disorderly conduct. Violent crimes did not often appeal on Earl's prodigious rap sheet. Right, but I mean, it's 1,500 crimes, so I mean, it's like if it's not often, it's still maybe a bunch. His last arrest was in April 2017. That's a long time. It was 8 years ago. This guy's kind of a poser. He was later arrested at Owenston Cemetery. No surviving family members were identified. Well, what a.
I thought that these were gonna. I thought that maybe some of these crimes would be.
Yeah, like
kind of like fun and elaborate.
Like he ran naked through a Cinnabon. Mm-hmm. Right. And he pissed all over the cinnamon buns. And everyone was mad at him. That's Earl. Remember when he ran naked through a candy shop and shit all over the candy? He had to throw all the candy out. Crazy Earl. Earl the Chase. That's what I like to call him. Who's the most prominent criminal you've ever met?
The most prominent criminal I've ever met?
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm not sure. But I mean, you must have met them at the jail, but...
Well, I don't... Well, I met people. I didn't really... All right, first of all, doing someone's mugshot doesn't mean you meet them. Maybe it does, I guess. But there was no one that I can remember was prominent. I did interact with Bernie Getz once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. It was. I think I instant messaged him. Because he was on.
Wait, you made first contact?
Well, he was on the Opie and Anthony show for a while.
You instant messaged
him.
Well,
they mentioned his screen name on the Opie and Anthony show that I used to listen to, and so I just went on AOL Instant Messenger and I was like, "Hello, Bernie." Yes.
What did you say? Did you say, "Hey, I'm a big fan"?
No, I just said, "Hey, how's it going, Bernie?" He's like, "Hello."
Yeah, was that? Did it just end there? Did it just peter out there?
I think so. I mean, I might have mentioned his hamsters or something.
Hamsters?
Yeah.
What kind? Why?
I think he mentioned them on the show. I don't know. Imagine if we had Bernie Getz on. They're like, "Well, what do you do now?" We're like, "Well, it's been 40 years since I shot those black kids. I mean, I do other things now. I have hamsters or whatever he was talking about. I don't remember, Lucy. This wasn't Finding Forrester. I didn't have he wasn't my mentor. I just.
So Bernie Getz big leagued you a little bit.
No, he actually said hello to me.
Yeah, but he didn't continue the conversation. He didn't express any interest in you.
I didn't even say anything. I mean, imagine he was actually very. If you think about it, very nice. Some random person you're minding your own business, and all of a sudden one of those windows pops up and says, "Hello, Bernie," and he goes, "Hello." I mean, that's very odd behavior. He maybe was hoping I would reach out to him more.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't feel good that I brought this up now. You're making me feel a certain way about this. I think it was a nice, wholesome story.
But then you said, "How's the hamsters?" And he just said,
I don't remember exactly.
He just ghosted.
No, I think he said they're fine, probably. If he said it, I don't remember if it's happened exactly. I remember one time he messaged back. That's what I remember.
Bernie Getz was not impressed.
Whatever. I mean, I'm not impressed with him either. He's just an infamous man.
No, I think you're better than Bernie Getz.
Yeah, I thank you. Oh, I whatever fame I have, it's not from shooting kids. No, again, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to make this a whole anti-Bernie Getz thing. Were they attacking him? I forget if they were attacking him or not. I forget how the whole story went down.
Now, did he do the thing where, because I know George Zimmerman, part of why people hate him is because he sold T-shirts and stuff. Did Bernie Getz do that?
To be fair to George Zimmerman, which I don't want to be, but they hated him before that. Sure,
but I think that inflamed it.
Sure, it didn't help. I don't think Bernie Getz really tried to capitalize on it. But I don't remember. I mean, maybe he did. What's the thing he said at the end? One of the things that got him was that he said, "You're still moving," and he shot him. Oh. While he was down on the ground. Okay. It's not great. It's not a great thing to have done. I don't know. I just forget the details. I mean, I think were they mugging him? If they were mugging him, it's one thing.
I think they were at least hassling him, right?
They were hassling him, yeah.
And there was kind of a crime wave at the time.
Yeah, it was a different time when you could shoot people in the subway and maybe not go to jail. And so he was confused. Right. Am I going to be one of the guys who gets away with this? Yeah. I don't know.
Look, I could see it being I could see. I don't necessarily think he's a cold-blooded killer or anything.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to take sides here because I don't remember the details. And I've admitted to reaching out and asking about his hamsters or something. I just don't know how this makes you look. I just want to take the time.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
When you were reaching out to him,
I don't say it like that.
What is it? Was it mostly just the novelty of it?
I was 18 or something.
Yeah, no, I was that makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't like this guy did something great. They mentioned I'm listening to the show. They listened to the screen name. And I'm like, hello.
No, totally. If I had Elizabeth Holmes' screen name, I would definitely message her.
The girl from Theranos?
Yeah, the girl from Theranos.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Do you have it? We should hit her up.
No, we should get it.
Yeah. If anyone knows Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos, let us know.
We should try to become her prison pen pals.
You want to try to like joint date her? You want to ask her to be in trouble with us?
We should offer to adopt her baby.
Does she have a baby?
Yeah, I think she might be pregnant right now.
Hope in jail.
I think she got pregnant. Like it seems like she may have gotten pregnant on purpose.
Yeah,
to get some leniency.
Well, I hope she has no leniency. I don't know, if the judge, I'd be like, well, you thought you were gonna get leniency. What you really got was mean. Fuck. I shouldn't be a judge. I have more appreciation for judges who really throw the book at you with those quips. Mm-hmm. Anyway, if you're a soldier who served, thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you're a soldier who ran, I'm going to say thank you. Personally, I'm going to say thank you, too.
Yeah, still thank you.
I don't know if this holiday's for you, but I'm going to thank you. Not for running, but, you were there.
I thank you for running.
Yeah. Well, all right. I mean, we can't incentivize running, Lucie. Thanks so much for listening to the show. Either way, don't forget, like and subscribe, please, if you could. It helps, apparently. They say it helps. And the notification bell. We also have a Patreon where you get. It's not just give us money and you get nothing. You get an extra episode every week for $5 a month, and I think that's not a bad deal. If you like the show, if you don't like the show, it's bad. It's not a great deal. But why are you listening then? It's on you. So thanks so much.
Thank you.
See you all next week. Enjoy your holiday. Have a great week.